तो अभी कुलपति महोदय ज्वाइन करना बाकी है ना?
नहीं, राजकिरण जी।
जी सर। सर कुलपति महोदय
उनकी सर कोई अर्जेंट मीटिंग है इम्पोर्ट, उसके वजह से वो नहीं ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं सर।
अच्छा, ज्वाइन नहीं कर रहे हैं?
नहीं
जी।
नहीं,
ठीक
कोई
है।
मिनिस्ट्री से उनका है।
हाँ, मिनिस्ट्री की मीटिंग तो अचानक आ जाती है।
सर शुड वी स्टार्ट?
भाई टाइम से पहले तो नहीं कर सकते, देख लो तुम्हारा टाइम कितना हो गया है।
अभी नहीं,
2 मिनट बचा है वैसे।
अभी 2 मिनट बाकी है।
हाँ। अच्छा है, सब लोग टाइम से हैं तो इट्स गुड।
हाँ, नहीं नहीं, अच्छी बात है ना। और दुबे साहब, आपसे तो मुलाकात हुई पिछले कुछ वेबिनार के ही बहाने।
जी 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 सर, आप बताएं कैसे है? ठंड यहाँ तो ठंडक बहुत ज्यादा है, उधर आराम होगा आप लोग को।
हाँ, यहाँ ठंडक नहीं है। यहाँ तिरुचिरापल्ली में 3 मौसम होते हैं, बहुत गर्मी, गर्मी और कम गर्मी। तो अभी कम
अच्छा।
गर्मी का मौसम चल रहा है।
ये अच्छा आपने एक्सप्लेन किया, बहुत गर्मी, गर्मी और कम गर्मी, सारी चीजें गर्मी में ही सिमट के रह जाती है।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, लेकिन अभी मौसम प्लेजेंट है, निश्चित रूप से कम गर्मी वाला मौसम है।
जी
अभी मौसम यहाँ ऐसा है जैसे कि होली के बाद और जो नवरात्रि आने वाली होती है ना, चैत्र की,
जी जी,
उसमें मौसम होता है वैसा है। बहुत गर्मी भी नहीं है, लेकिन लगता है जैसे जैसे उत्तर भारत में होली बीत चुकी है और चैत्र की नवरात्रि आने वाली है, ऐसा मौसम है।
चलिए वो एहसास आपको मिल जाता है तो अच्छा है। उत्तर भारत का। राजकिरण आपने
Shall we start the program, sir?
श्योर श्योर।
Yes. Thank you, sir. A very warm good morning to one and all present here. Chief guest of the program, Honorable Director of IIM Tiruchirapalli, Professor Pawan Kumar Singh, sir. Respected Director and Dean, Institute of Management Studies, BHU, esteemed faculty colleagues and participants. I, Dr. Ramshankar Urao, co-coordinator of this program, would like to welcome all the esteemed dignitaries and participants who joined us virtually from different places in this inaugural ceremony of the 5-day online faculty development program on innovation management organized by the Institute of Management Studies, Banaras Hindu University, and sponsored by AICTE Training and Learning Academy, New Delhi. Let me take this opportunity to brief you all about today's inaugural program. We shall begin with virtual lighting of lamp, floral tribute to our respected founder Sri Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya ji, and resonate the Kulgeet of Banaras Hindu University. This will followed by the welcome address by Director of the Institute, Professor Sujit Kumar Dubey sir. Program information will be provided by FDP Coordinator Dr. Rajkiran Prabhakar sir. Inaugural address by Chief Guest of this program, Honorable Director IIM Tiruchirapalli, Professor Pawan Kumar Singh sir. And finally, the vote of thanks by Dean, Institute of Management Studies, BHU, Professor H.P. Mathur sir. Now I take this opportunity to play video of lightning of lamp and floral tribute to our founder, Sri Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya ji, followed by a Kulgeet of BHU, which was written by Dr. Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar ji. To maintain the sanctity of this Kulgeet, you all are requested to not to clap after the Kulgeet.
हमें इससे ये हो रहा है जब कोई और ने हम अपना काम कर लेंगे के बाद मुझे 15 दिन बाद पता चला अपना बीच में मैचिंग बना
Moving ahead, Ken Robinson, a British author, said, innovation is applied creativity. By definition, innovation is always about introducing something new or improved, or both, and it is usually assumed to be a positive thing. This quote goes with our respected director, who is a champion of innovation in our institute. Now, I would like to invite Director, IMBHU, Professor Sujit Kumar Dubey, sir, to deliver a welcome address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ramshankar. Honorable Professor Pawan Kumar Singh ji, Director, Indian Institute of Management, Tiruchirapalli. Respected Professor H.P. Mathur, Dean, Institute of Management Studies, Coordinator and Co-Coordinator of the program, Dr. Rajkiran Prabhakar, Dr. Ram Shankar Oran, faculty members, dear participants. On the occasion of inaugural ceremony of 5 days online faculty development program on the theme Innovation Management, I extend a warm welcome to the chief guest, Professor Pawan Kumar Singh ji, Director, IIM Tiruchirapalli. I also extend a warm welcome to all the participants who are here, who have joined from their respective locations to attend this particular program. I also welcome the dignitaries and the faculty members who have joined on the occasion of this inaugural ceremony. Let me congratulate and appreciate the coordinators of the faculty development program, sponsored by Atal Academy, All India Council of Technical Education. They have selected a very relevant theme, that is innovation management. What we have studied, and rather we had witnessed, that 1920 to 1940s, we consider to be the era of innovation. And today, we can witness that we are entering in the same stage after 100 years of time. And people are coming out with not only innovative ideas, rather they are going for the commercialization of those innovative ideas. For any organization, innovation has become the mantra for the success. And it doesn't comes with the framing the rules or the policies for the organization. It only comes when you will create an environment and facilitate the employees of the organization to bring the change. I can quote number of the organizations which believe that you have to spare your 15% of the time on day-to-day basis, apart from the routine work which is assigned to you. And they are doing very well. They are considered to be the most innovative organizations in the world. Now, what leverages they are getting, that is an important thing. They had not only come out with the innovative or the new products, but they were also able to involve that culture in their organization so that every employee is going to be innovative. And that is only possible when you are having a creative ideas. And through that, they are coming out with the product and marketing of those products and establishing their brand in the market so that people will be not only attracted towards the product or the brand, but they are really having a very favorable attitude for the brand, which is very important. So it's not the day for me. It is the day for Professor P.K. Singh. All the participants are very eager to listen Professor P.K. Singh. I'm also eager to listen him because he is an established person in the field of management with a vast experience. So again, on my own behalf and on the behalf of Institute of Management Studies, I welcome you all on this occasion, and I'm hopeful that in 5 days you are not going to only learn something, but you are going to sharpen the edge of your creativity in a way that you can offer something better to your respective institutions. Thank you. Thank you once again. Namaskar.
Uh, Thank you for your motivational words, sir. And moving ahead, Walt Disney, an American entrepreneur, once said, "To succeed, work hard, never give up, and above all, cherish a magnificent obsession." During this entire preparation of this program, what I have learned is a continuous engagement of one that may lead to success. And one person is that source of learning, the coordinator of this program, of this FDP program. Now I would like to invite coordinator of FDP, Dr. Rajkiran Prabhakar sir, to share brief about this program. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ram. At very outset, let me welcome Director Sir, P.K. Singh Sir, our Director, Professor Sujit Kumar Dubey Sir, our Dean Head, Professor H.P. Mathur Sir, and all the participants across the region, parts of the country. Innovation, innovation, innovation. There's hardly a business event or a conversation you can have without hearing the terms these days. Innovation has been one of the hottest topics of the last couple of decades. And while a lot of people are sick and tired of hearing about it everywhere, the term and the concept behind it are here to stay. Even if you define innovation, we can simply define it as a new idea, creative thoughts, and new imaginations in the form of device, method, process. This innovation is not suddenly come into play. As our directors have rightly pointed out, it has been in the past also. But at present, firms care about their ability to innovate, on which their future allegedly depends. And many management consultants are busy persuading companies about how they can help them to improve their innovation performance. So there is extensive scope of examining the way innovation is managed within the organization. And most of us are all well aware that the good technology can help the companies to achieve competitive advantage and long-term financial success. But there is an abundance of existing new technology in the world, and it is a transformation of this technology into products that is particularly concern to the organizations. So there are numerous factors to be considered by the organization. But what are these factors and how do they affect the process of innovation? This 5-day Atal FDP on innovation management is going to provide answers to these questions. Even the corporations must be able to adopt and evolve if they wish to survive. So businesses operate with the knowledge that their competitors will inevitably come to the market with a product that changes the basis of competition. The ability to change and adopt is essential to survival. But can firms manage innovation? Answer to that question would be provided in this 5-day Atal program. So innovation management is simply the process of coming up with and introducing new things and develop the business one way or the other. Our program, which caters to 14 sessions, these 14 sessions are being given spread out in 5 days. We have tried to incorporate the academia and the industry people, consultants, practitioners. We have three resource persons from IIT, that is IIT Bombay, IIT Dhanbad, IIT BHU. We have resource person from IMB Bhubaneswar, from FMS Delhi, NIT Kurukshetra, TBI MNIT Jaipur, consultant, professors from University of Jammu, director in charge UCH HRDC from Sonipat, faculty of law, and our eminent speakers from the faculty. We'll try to cover the region of the country, right from Jammu to Chennai, from Chandigarh, Delhi to the Dhanbad. So we have abundance of resource persons who will be taking and discussing different areas of expertise. I name few. We'll be having a session on design thinking and social innovation. We'll have session on human and economic dimensions of innovation. We'll be talking about financial innovations, strategies and practices to manage innovation. We have a special lecture on a framework for innovation in the COVID-19 era and beyond. We have lecture on critical success factor in innovation management, innovations in operations and supply chain, digital transformation, operational innovation, and role of faculty in leading students through innovation and entrepreneurship. A lecture is also on artificial intelligence applications in innovation management. One dedicated session is for IPR and innovation, and last would be the innovation and startup ecosystem. We have received wide participation across the different parts of the country. We have, though the benchmark is that we have to just have 200 participants only. So we have restricted that entry. But we have, just to share you the data, we have 120 assistant professors being participant of this program. We have 20 to 30 research scholars, 20 practitioners, and they are all from different part of the country. So with this, I would like to again congratulate each one of us and the participant that at the end of the program, you are going to learn something which you are going to imply in your life. So happy learning. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing key information about the FDP program. Moving ahead. Now I would like to invite the chief guest of this program, Honorable Director. I am Tiruchirapalli, Professor Pawan Kumar Singh, sir. On the behalf of Institute and my own personal behalf, I welcome you, sir, and thank you for taking out time from your busy schedule to address our participants. I also take this opportunity to share a brief profile of sir among participants. Professor Pawan Kumar Singh, sir, is a director of the Indian Institute of Management, Tiruchirapalli. He has served as a director of Management Development Institute, Gurgaon, director in charge of Indian Institute of Management, Indore. In the role of mentoring of Indian Institute of Management, Sambalpur, he served as the first chairperson of academic committee and as a nodal officer of IIM Sambalpur. Professor Singh is in academics for more than 3 decades, including being a professor of organizational behavior, human resource management at Indian Institute of Management, Indore for about 15 years, and had earlier served as faculty at National Institute of Industrial Engineering, Mumbai, Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi, Kanpur University, and Vikram University at Ujjain. Prior joining academics, he worked for a Bank of India as Industrial Relation Officer, having served as Jamshedpur and Ranchi. He has guided research, provided consultancy, and trained about 20,000 personnel of all levels from academic, all professionals, and he has published research articles and has presented academic papers in more than 75 national and international seminars. Professor Singh has published books on managing interpersonal conflict, management sutras from Sanskrit scriptures, Jeevan Prabandhan ke Sayari, poetic Hindi translation of Tiruchirapalli, and a booklet on human resource management for technical personnel. He has been a member of high-profile committee of the Government of India and various institutions. Now I request Professor Pawan Kumar Singh, sir, to address the participant. Over to you, sir.
Dr. Ram, thank you very much. My very dear Professor S.K. Dubeji, the Director of Institute of Management at Banaras Hindu University, respected colleague and Dean of Faculty of Management Studies, BHU, Professor H.P. Mathurji, my humble namaskar to you, sir. Very dear and young promising colleague, and the way we have been interacting for last 10 days, Dr. Rajkiran Prabhakarji, Dr. Ramji, dear all colleagues of Faculty Institute of Management Studies, BHU, dear all participants from varieties of background and spreading throughout the country, right from Jammu and Kashmir to Tamil Nadu, and let us say from West Ajmer to the eastern side, Varanasi, and further beyond that in the eastern side. So dear participants, a special welcome to you. And within the next 7 to 8 minutes, I would just like to set the ball rolling because very interesting sessions are on the offer for you all. And I think these 5 days are going to fly like 5 minutes for you because there is no other joy more and deeper and absorbing than joy of acquiring knowledge. And when you will be in the engagement process of sharing knowledge, please don't treat all your sessions as one-way communication. You be the equal participant, and in that manthan, perhaps better understanding of innovation management in these 5 days are going to come to you. Let me say that this AICTE Atal Academy Cell and BHU joining hand for this program, I'm quickly taking 2 signals from the emblem of these 2 institutions. First of all, Banaras Hindu University if you see the emblem, you will find a quote there, Vidyayam Amrit Mashnute. This is in the emblem of Banaras Hindu University, along with the statue of Saraswati ji. Vidyayam Amrit Mashnute. It means Vidyayam Amritam. Vidyaya Amritam Ashnute. Ashnute कहते हैं चखने को, to test, to eat. Vidya means Vidya. Amritam means Amrit. Actually, this sutra has been taken from Ishavasya Upanishad, and allow me to also quote 3 or 4 preceding words of this Amrit Mashnute. It has been said, Avidya Amritu Tarakam. Please listen carefully. It is very interesting. Avidya Mrityu Tarakam Vidyayamrit Mashnute. It means Avidya Mrityu Tarakam. It means Avidya, set of Avidya dispels the death away. But the test of the nectar is actually received through Vidya only. So in this world, there are 2 sets of knowledge, and both are highly respected. One set is called Avidya, other set is called Vidya. But please be careful. Avidya is not a distasteful word. Avidya is a highly dignified word in the literature of Vedanta. Avidya means all those Vidya through which we do skillfully the works in this mundane world. For example, from the angle of Vedanta, even management, engineering, medicine, law, imagine any profession. All these professions are within the bracket of Avidya, because Avidya is a highly dignified word. And through all these skillful endeavors, innovations in Avidya, we help the death to get dispelled. It means we allow the worldly life to flourish. And that is the purpose of management and medicine and engineering and law or others. That is Avidya. But what is called Brahma Vidya, the Vidya through which we get introduced to ourselves. For example, somebody says, give your biodata, and we give biodata, including my name, qualification, affiliation, etc., etc. But I could have been existing fully without my name being Pawan. I could have fully existed well without being professor of management. I would have fully been, let us say, a blossomed personality without being part of, let us say, I am Tiruchirapalli. So these are outer manifestation of your introduction. That's why I always say, and please, my dear professors, my dear colleagues, either you're assistant professor or professor, you are basically professor, please never hide yourself behind a very small size of your visiting card. You are much more taller than that, because that is the indication given by our very lovely organization, Banaras Hindu University's emblem, Vidyayamrit Mashnute. Avidya bhi seekhiye means all technical knowledge we must be expert in, and Vidya means that self-introduction. Who am I? What is the real truth? What is the meaning of this existence? Why I have come into this world? These are all part of Brahma Vidya or Vidya. So, first innovative lesson for teachers like you and me is, let's be deeper into both sides of knowledge. Like there are 2 sides of the coin, there are 2 sides of knowledge, Avidya and Vidya. Worldly knowledge and the knowledge which introduces yourself to yourself. So this is what I have to say about the emblem of BHU. Next one, the collaborative organization and regulatory organization also, AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education. And in their emblem, what is written? It is written Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. Very interesting, and it has everything to do with information management. Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. This comes from the 40th Sutra, 40th Shloka of the 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. It means effectiveness in the work is yoga. Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. Karmo mein kushalta hi yog hai. Now this is stage 1 meaning. But wait, deeper meaning is following, because Sanskrit is such a language which can be twisted, and different kinds of meaning actually is brought forth by without corrupting the grammatical expression of a particular syntax. So yoga karmasu kaushalam has two meaning. The preliminary meaning is that effectiveness in work is yoga. And the deeper meaning is that yoga karmasu, then comma. See, read like this. First one is yoga, comma, karmasu kaushalam. This is superfluous meaning. What is the deeper meaning? Yoga karmasu, comma, kaushalam. It means getting established in the yoga of action is actually your effectiveness. This is very innovative meaning. And this meaning is completely supported by grammar. And those who know Bhagavad Gita, they have said that this is the real meaning, that actually your effectiveness is getting established in karma yoga. That is your effectiveness. Because there is no time here, but in various FDPs or MDPs or my programs for managing directors or general managers, top managers, because top managers many times I find they are better receiver than younger managers. And on some other topic, younger managers are better receiver than top managers. So this I have experienced. So basically the meaning of yoga karmasu kaushalam is that when you are established in karma yoga, actually you are effective person. And this can be proved through, let us say, 6 hours workshop, that how effectiveness, personal effectiveness comes from karma yoga. Well, when we talk about innovation, you as a receiver should always focus on two sides of it. Number one, what are the innovation practices in the field of management? And when we say in the field of management, right from strategic management, which is a more kind of integrating subject, to innovation in various functional area of management. For example, innovation in financial management, financial instruments, innovation through innovative decisions through analytics in various fields of management, innovation in inventory control management, operations management, marketing management, sales management, innovations in interpreting the result of research findings, innovations in human resource management. So this is one side of knowledge you should focus in these 5 days, that innovative practices in various fields of management. Of course, there are many other issues coming in now. Innovative practices in a special time of COVID, how it has forced us to be innovative, or innovative introduction of technology in various activities, including, let us say, artificial intelligence or machine learning and others. Innovative decisions through big data analysis. These all are innovations going on at much faster rate. Actually, innovations in management is going on much faster rate than the rate at which we are able to think. So that is very interesting. This will be focused in this program. And please be careful about learning on all these issues. But I will reflect on other side of innovation management, which is indirectly here available in your program schedule, but not directly mentioned. But you should always look at your own benefit, that, hey, because mostly, except few of lovely participants, all are in academics. So you should keep always an eye on how I can be innovative in my various facets of activities as academicians. How there can be innovation in teaching management. How there can be innovative way in the field of training to managers in the field of management education. How research topics can be chosen innovatively by identifying a hybrid area or area of intersection of two different functional area. For example, there can be many good research topics at the interface area or area of intersection of financial management and human resource management. Or let us say operations management and marketing management. Not even that. There can be innovative ideas and innovative research topics basically at the hybrid area or area of intersection of management and literature. I have been doing some work on area of intersection of management and Sanskrit literature, area of intersection between management and scriptures. So if you find various research topics in the hybrid area, you will find that there are a lot of scope for innovative topics. Then there can be innovative research methodology. Sometimes I think a book on innovation to some extent accelerates innovation, but to some extent it starts impeding innovation. For example, let's say innovative research methodology. This will help participants to think innovatively. But if they think that is the whole universal set of innovation, that is impeding innovation. Because after reading a book, you must read the book, you must go inside it, but you must go beyond the book. So that's why I'll just give you a quick example. Say, for example, McClelland, who has given need for achievement theory, he used very innovative research methodology by, let us say, collecting data across 35 years. And through this method, he could identify that, you see how he is relating two variables, that need for achievement orientation of citizen of country ultimately decides about the economic indicators of the country, like per capita electricity consumption, which is one economic indicator of the development and growth of the country, will be reflected or depends on the need for achievement orientation of the citizen of that country. Or even per capita income, he found direct relationship, correlation between per capita income of a country and the need for achievement orientation of people in the country. But see the innovation, how he could measure the need for achievement orientation. McClelland could measure need for achievement orientation of citizens of a country by deciphering, decoding the stories taught during primary school education and whether that content of the story shared basically has orientation towards need for achievement. And that's why when we say that Jija Mata, the mother of Shivaji, used to share the stories of bravery and courage to young Shivaji, and it had impact on the mind of Shivaji and he became courageous. One of the reasons for Shivaji becoming courageous is that the mother of Shivaji, Jija Mata, shared the stories of courage during early childhood. We used to say that, but McClelland research proves that. That is very interesting. Similarly, we talk about Kurt Lewin, the champion of change management. And if you see the methodology he used for this three-stage discussion that he has done, that is unfreezing and then freezing and refreezing, for that the methodology he used was methodology of conscientization, where he was convincing the housewives of USA to go for consumption of a particular basket of consumable items, because after the Second World War there was food shortage in USA, and Kurt Lewin came very handy for the implementers of USA policy, and he convinced thousands and thousands of housewives to include certain consumable items as food item, which was not taken as food item. And through this methodology, to some extent, USA could solve the food problem post Second World War. So, जैसे कहते हैं ना कि जो वीर होते हैं वो उनके लकीरों पर नहीं चलते, उनके अपने पगडंडी बनाते हैं. And that's why let me tell you that average persons, they walk on highway and creative persons, they make their pathway. इसीलिए समझदारों के लिए पगडंडियां होती है दुनिया में, और हम जैसे साधारण लोगों के लिए हाईवे बना हुआ है, कार दे दिया, चलाए जा रहे हैं. अरे अपनी पगडंडी खुद बनाओ भाई. सो भाई या बहन जो भी सुन रहे हैं, तो पगडंडियों से खेलिए. And that's why innovate. Just I'll give you an example. If you try to sing a song and the pronunciation or the rag of the first letter of the first word has pitched wrong, you pitched wrong, the entire song will get corrupted. Similarly, when you go to class as a teacher, you must think hard. Of course, not developing headache in your head. Thinking hard means thinking creatively. You must think before this class as innovative teacher, how I will begin my class today. Should I begin with asking a pertinent question? Or should I begin my class by giving an example which will create a surprise in the mind and attentiveness of the participants? So, even every class is laboratory for innovative practices in teaching. Every training program is a laboratory for identifying what will be the right way to pitch this particular session. Every research, either the topic or the methodology, can be a laboratory can be an opportunity to think innovatively about the topic or about the methodology that we are using. And certainly, many of you are assistant professors, but one day you will get the chance to lead your organization. Academic leadership also requires innovative practices because there is great difference between administrators and academic administrators. If you imitate simply administrators in the role of academic administrator, I think most probably you will invite disaster because academic administration is a different ball game, and there is not much training on academic administration. But now UGC and other regulatory bodies, they are also emphasizing that even academic leaders need to behave as students and learn the nuances of leadership, innovative leadership in organization. So with this brief, please feel excited that not only 5 days, the beginning and the end of the program will be end of program. Actually, end of 5 days program will be the beginning of your program of innovation, which is a lifelong practice. And if that with that ignition you complete this program, I think all the efforts done by BHU IMS will be very fruitful. And I would say that all dear participants, if you gain something, you must thank BHU IMS. But if you fail to gain something, please blame yourself more, because the ultimate say in the learning process depends on the receivers. Thank you very much. God bless all of us. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you for your encouraging words, sir. Now, as we come to the close of this inaugural session, I invite our respected Dean, Sir, Professor H.P. Mathur, sir, to propose the vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ram. Respected Professor Pawan Kumar Singh ji, Director, I am Tiruchirapalli. Professor S.K. Dubey, Director, Institute of Management Studies, BHU. Dr. Rajkiran Prabhakar, Coordinator of this FDP. Dr. Ram Shankar Uran, Co-Coordinator FDP. All our colleagues, dear participants, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first congratulate the organizers for organizing this event on innovation, which is the very, very important need of the day. As Professor Pawan Kumarji was also mentioning, that the pace of innovation is more than the pace of our thinking. So that itself tells upon that innovation is highly needed area of the day. Professor Pawan Kumarji started with a very interesting note and continued with in a very interesting manner, that everybody was always deeply attached to what he was talking about, all again in an innovative way. So Professor Pawan Kumarji gave his address in a very innovative way, which was really liked, I hope, by every participant, starting with the emblem of Banaras Hindu University, emblem of AICTE, and then coming out or developing the theme of innovation out of all what he started with. So it was a wonderful deliberation and heart-touching, in fact, rather throbbing, vibrant one, igniting all the minds. So thank you so much, Professor Pawan Kumarji. It was really a wonderful start for an innovation program. Let me thank Professor S.K. Dubey for initiating and making this program happen. with the support of AICT Training and Learning Academy Cell. We are grateful to AICT as well for sponsoring the event. Let me thank Dr. Rajkiran Prabhakar and Dr. Ram Shankar Uran for taking all the pains in organizing this event. Organizing any event requires a lot of time, lot of energy. So thank you for organizing this very, very important program. Let me thank all the colleagues of our faculty who are present right now in this program, or they helped us in organizing this program. No program can be successful without active participation of participants. And I'm really very happy to see overwhelming response of participants for this program. And that too coming from almost all geographical areas of the country. So this is in itself talking about the need of this program and the way it is being organized, and hopefully it will be meeting out the expectations of the participants also. The organizers are, again, it's not one or two. There's always a team of organizers, the organizing team, which might consist of even research scholars and students. So let me thank the research scholars and students who have worked very hard in this event. Lastly, I would like to thank our non-teaching staff and present media for their constant support. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Professor Pawan Kumarji, again.
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Thank you, sir. Now we are at end of this inaugural session. We will begin our first technical session at 11:30 p.m. 11:30 a.m. and I request all the participants to stay connected. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Namaskar. Pranam.
Namaskar, sir. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Rajkiran, shall I close it, sir?
For now, we can close and we'll open, I think, 10 minutes before 11:30.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Ram Shankar ji. Thank you.